Kokolioko, chicken they crow for day.
The oldest republic in Africa. And yet, we're one of the least developed countries on the continent, and indeed one of the least developed countries in the world. And I say to you, my fellow Liberians, we deserve a better Liberia. We need to ask ourselves some fundamental questions. Why are we where we are? Most Liberian homes don't have electricity. Most Liberian homes don't have running water. Most Liberians are unemployed. These are things we can change. These are things we should demand of ourselves and of our leaders. We, as Liberians, cannot keep doing the same things and expect different results. We cannot keep electing and selecting the same kinds of leaders with the same kinds of experiences and expect Liberia to change. We have to do many things differently, and that starts with selecting and electing new leaders who know how to create jobs, who know how to grow the economy, who will prioritize the Liberian people first before they prioritize themselves. And this is what I offer you, the Liberian people. The other universal truth that I want to share with you, my fellow Liberians, is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And again, I ask you to look at my record of job creation, of success, of managing large budgets without one penny going missing. All of these things you can look at and compare to the other candidates. And again, you will see that my past performance and past behavior is a good predictor, a good indicator that what I commit to, we will deliver. There are 5 priorities we have, and we call that the what's. And then there are 5 things we call the how we'll do it. And those priorities are as follows. Our first priority is infrastructure. Simply put, it's electricity, it's roads, it's water, and it's internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. We have to invest in infrastructure. That is the top priority. That's the basis on which we can and will do everything else. The second priority for us is job creation. There are too many unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable Liberians. The unemployment rate is over 85%. And therefore, job creation is our next priority, creating jobs for the Liberian people. Our next priority is agriculture. We are a country that do not fear ourselves. These are things we can do for ourselves. We should be producing rice to feed ourselves. And my commitment is that by the end of my first term in office, we will be self-sufficient in rice production. And within education, we're focused on vocational training, teachers training, and adult education. But we have to educate our young people because, again, that's how we can help them create jobs. That's how we can train farmers. And so these things are all linked together. And our final priority in terms of the what's is health. Because you can have good infrastructure, you can have a good job, you can feed yourself, you can have great education, but if you don't have your health, it doesn't matter. And so health is our 5th priority, and there we're focused on primary health care and preventive health care. So those are the what's we'll do for our people, for the Liberian people. How are we going to do these things? The first how is we want to engage Liberians differently in the transformation of our country. We call this hearts and minds. How do we get all Liberians to participate in the changes that are required? We're going to use arts and music and culture and reconciliation and religion. All of these things, we will be deliberate in using these things to engage us as a people in this transformation process. And so we're doing some work on how we can make those things happen. The next how is that we're going to find the money. We have to find the resources, the money, to do all of the what's I mentioned earlier. And the way we'll find the money is, first, we'll go after waste in government. You know, we spend a lot of money on things that we don't need, or we pay too much for things that we do need. So, for example, I believe the vehicles we buy for our government officials, we spend too much money on that. We should reduce the number of vehicles, and we should buy less expensive vehicles for our government officials. We need to reduce how much they make so we can pay teachers and civil servants and police officers and the military officers and healthcare workers, people who actually do the work. We need to pay them more money and reduce the gap between those at the top and those who actually do the work. The other way we'll find the money is going after these things called corruption. You know, corruption has been the bane of our country, is the primary reason why we are as underdeveloped as we are today. And we will aggressively go after corruption. The first thing we'll do is we will appoint a corruption czar, a minister in charge of corruption in the presidency that will coordinate all of the agencies that are meant to find corrupt officials. Secondly thing we'll do is we'll make sure we are giving the resources, the money, the right people, the right logistics to the anti-corruption agencies, the LACC, Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the General Accounting Office, the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission. We will make sure they got the right resources to go after corrupt officials. After that, when we find people who are corrupt, we will prosecute them, we will put them in jail, and we'll seize the assets. It will not be good enough for you just to resign. Okay. So those are the things we will do to really go after corruption. I have committed that I will not take a salary. The salary that is paid the president, I will allocate it towards helping to fight corruption. That's how important I think it is to us. And then the other way we'll find the money is we'll make sure we're getting full value, the full monies we're due from our natural resources. We'll look to exploit other natural resources so we can get the funds required to fund healthcare, to fund infrastructure, to create jobs, etc., etc. So finding the money is the second how. The next how, we want to create a government of inclusion. We want all sections of our country to be represented in the government. We want opposition political parties to be in government. Because we believe that having a government inclusion will help all of us make the right decisions. It will make sure that we're spreading the resources of our country across the entire country. And then the last two hows, one is growing the private sector. We will focus on growing the private sector so Liberians can primarily benefit from that growth. No longer should Liberian business people be spectators to our economy. And we want to actively support Liberianization and encourage and provide credit and other facilities to Liberian businesses so they can participate. And last but not least, we will use technology. We'll leverage technology to help us achieve our goals. So those are the what's and the how's. But let me end by leaving you again with these two universal truths. One is we cannot keep doing the same things, my people, and expect different results. We cannot keep electing the same people with the same experiences and expect Liberia to change. We need to elect and select different people to lead us, to serve us, to help us manage and run our country. And the other universal truth is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And on those two counts, I believe I stand head and shoulders above the other candidates aspiring. Together, we will change Liberia for the benefit of all Liberians. We will transform our country we will give us a new start, a fresh start, so that all of us can benefit from this country we love. I thank you. God bless you. God bless the Republic of Liberia.
Chicken necro for day.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you can hear me there, please give me a thumbs up. If you can, let me see. Okay, good. We are on air right now. We are live. This is Munel Kishen, aka the General, and we will be up here for the next 1 hour or two, based on depends on the conversation and depends on what we're going to be saying. Listen, I want to make it clear, and I want to be clear with you guys. I have taken side. I am not on the fence. I am not hanging. I am not leaning. I am not looking. I am standing with Alexander B. Cummings for president of Liberia. So this is going out to everyone. Let us have a good conversation. You are free to make your comments. It's up to you how you want to comment. But if you try to do it the other way, it's just your business, because you're going to just allow people to laugh at you. And I want to wish everyone Merry Christmas in advance. I hope you enjoy your Christmas. And listen, I put a post up, and I'm not joking. I need Christmas from you guys. I need Christmas because I want to give other people Christmas. My whole thing this coming Christmas, and my kids told me, say, Daddy, don't worry about buying nothing for us. Whatever you want to buy for us, if you can help somebody, no problem. If I can get somebody $10, $5 in Liberia, that is what Christmas is all about. It's about giving. It's about showing love to people who cannot help themselves. Listen, America is a great place, the greatest country in the world on earth. But there are people in Liberia who are going through hell. If you don't know them, this is how you give. When you give in, you don't have to worry about who you're giving to. Give to somebody, deprive yourself and give, and God will bless you. When you deprive yourself and you give, God will bless you. Don't give something that you don't like or you don't want to somebody else. So always try, if you can get the same wave, if you can just look and pick. You say, I'm going to spend $100 and give one person $10. Don't be surprised. You might be feeding a family on Christmas Day for $10 US. So when you see my post out there, I'm not joking. I'm not saying that you must do it. But what I'm saying, I want my Christmas. My Christmas is on you. So if you give me my Christmas, I will add it to what I'm doing, what I got, to share it with people. On my phone here, I got a long list of same wave. People that I know, people who I don't know, we can help each other. That's all. So I don't want you to look at my post and think I'm joking about it. They say when a long team man die, you think he's laughing. But if you give it, fine. It means that you're forced to give it now. If you don't give it, I would still give what I want to give. So it's no problem. So, but I'm still appealing to help me. If you want to give me a gift, you give a cash. My cash app is there. When you look online, I think I can post it. Let me see if I can put it up here. And you can do whatever you want to do. Share this video. Share this video. Fire in Soweto, burning of my people. I feel the fire burning. My people are dying. Fire in Soweto. We all know it came up last night. Finally, it was up because the information was all in the air. But let me say this. I'm not going to talk about it. If for those who are surprised and people who think that it shouldn't happen. But what I want to say here, that whatever happens, with Prince Johnson and the United Nations or the UN or the America, and America putting him on sanctions, he deserves it. It got nothing to do with the people of Nimba County. It has nothing to do with the strong and beautiful people of Nimba County. So, Nibabians, please do not get involved. Listen, we want the war crime code, we want whatsoever. Nobody is saying that they shouldn't arrest anyone or they shouldn't put sanctions. But what we're going through, we're sitting in our country and allowing the white men to tell us our faults. We allowing corrupt people in our country to hold the hands of leaders that you should vote for. People who have damaged our country, we're giving them the responsibility to do things, and they're keeping us in poverty. Eh? This got nothing to do with Nima County. It's go. Nima have had great leaders. Leaders go, leaders come. The time of Prince Johnson is nearer. The time of Prince Johnson has come to an end. If you do not make that example, Tier 1 is coming up. They got other Nibabians are coming up. So don't say, oh, hey, they're going after Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson is not only your hero. He's not the only man. And sometimes when I ask myself the question, Prince Johnson was in Monrovia, Montserrado County, protecting his territory. Did Prince Johnson protect Nima County? No. You protected yourself and God. And God. So if Prince Johnson going to go, Prince Johnson have caused atrocity, and Prince Johnson is a criminal. We all know that Prince Johnson have sat down and take bribes for votes and make it look as if Nima County is his property, that I can give Nima to anybody. And even when he got the money, he shared with you know he built a university that belongs to him, not you. Prince Johnson have been receiving extra cash. American people know. You do know? Do you know how many government officials that come and testify? You don't even know about it. There are a lot of people who grant interviews to Americans, and they're not going to call their names. They will not call their names now until they're ready when things are over. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it every day with our eyes. That is why some of us have decided to support Mr. Cummings. If you don't want Mr. Cummings or not, but some of us are resolved, and Liberians in Liberia, the writing is on the wall. The young people, our educated kids, our mothers and fathers who are in the market, they are the bedrock of a lot of houses. But we push them aside and make them look that, oh yes, fine. And we'll say this thing. If the president do good to make the election strong, so be it. If the president do good for Liberians to survive and make it, so be it, and he can win. But when he's not doing it, we will say it. It's not about hatred. It's not hate. It's not an insult. That is why we voted for change. Change don't just come overnight. Change comes gradually, little by little. You must start the first change. When they build the first aircraft, and then they came to the second one, the third one, when they start, even when they put the four cars together, it never just pop up. Time by time, little by little, gradually. Liberians voted for change 2017. They will vote for change again 2021. Let us not fool ourselves. When I hear people talking, oh, you're messing up, George, I really want to see it. Let Liberians show me and convince me that we don't have sense. First food are food, second food are food. Let Liberians show me and tell me, say, oh, you're Liberian people. We believe in the Liberian people. The Liberian people is the one who got the answer, not you. Not the people with the so-called corrupt politicians. This is not about my time. This is not about, let me try again. Oh, I was there, let me just go try again. Maybe I will change. No, not maybe. I'd rather take the new man than the old guy. I'd rather go to a new politician with a new ideas than the same old politician who have not created one good idea to convince me that yes, we can move from A to B. Let us stop it. It's not about age. Leadership is not age. It's about what you want to do. And only one candidate have convinced me to tell me where he taking this country. You just watch a clip of Mr. Cummings. Go back and watch it. This man prepared himself. He worked for his family. He did whatsoever. You know, it reminds me about and what her name, the speaker. Let me just change a little bit. This woman, Nancy Pelosi, waited for her time. She went to school. She did also. She was a housewife. She had her kids and everything. She was 40, going to almost, she was over 40 something years old when she had her children and decided to get into politics. Mr. Cummings, born in Maryland County, I'm sorry, in Montserrat, old government, what the place they said, the old government hospital. Lived certain time in Yekepa. Grew up in Point Four, man selling Duga Flair. Some of us, our man, sell bread, color. And we sold it. He used to try his best and go. He just been a quiet man from the day he was born. His father was what? Just a priest from the Episcopal Church. Once assistant minister decided me just go to God business, and then he took all the nice discipline. Went to demonstration school, went to CWA. God has things for people. Everyone has the blessing. He was a student leader. You don't know that Mr. Cummings was president of CWA, but not because he got big mouth and be running like some of us. And he went to Cottington. He was lucky, travel. He went back home, worked for LBDI Bank, financial officer. He was not happy. At that time, Liberia was sweet. When I say sweet, people could leave from Liberia easily to come to America to make it. There are people who left from Liberia and came to this country here with on visiting visa to live here because there were a lot of free things, but we had in Liberia. No. And he has another ambition. Worked for Pittsburgh Food Company. Was promoted. He went as far as vice president, the youngest black guy in the company, and an African too, responsible for the entire Asia. Oh, y'all don't know about Pittsburgh. They see Pittsburgh, they put like the flour, the food, they can do all kinds of things. Responsible for the whole Asia. Over $1 billion budget. Applied to Coca-Cola, they took him quick. Sent him to Nigeria. He performed gradually. He was in operation. He came to administration. They started branding. They pushing his own work. He was not thinking about government. He was disciplined. And not a man and power company. But he followed his rules. He followed the rules. And went all the way. And brought that operation. And I'm saying it because I've watched the interview. The operation and administration of Coca-Cola was a big thing. There was a big gap between them. And he brought it together. And they had that interview. Who are you? Who are this black men that would just come and change things around? And went all over, lived in South Africa and Morocco, England, tasted different for Coca-Cola, negotiated with countries for Coca-Cola to settle. Met leaders. And what school he went to? You know, I went to no big town school, Clark University. And because of his honesty, his work ethics, the performance, people recommending him bowls, different bowls. To see a Liberian almost like George, we are going to play professional football and became world best, that nobody can take it from him. But don't get me wrong, there are a lot of other commissions out there. There are a lot of Liberians who are doing good, but we don't need them because we frustrate their ideas. We discourage them from even going home. That when they go home, they're going to take your job from you. And even if they don't want your job because they live in the community, they might educate the Liberians in the community and the community will turn against you. But you only want their money, you want their support. You come to America and look for money. You representative, you senator, you come, you beg whole day and make a little friends. But when we go home, then you stab us on the back. And then today you should sit there and want to allow it to go. You must speak the truth. Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. That is why they don't want you home. Because if you go home today to Liberia and you live in your community, everybody going to be coming around you. You will start helping people to get into self-help projects. You start doing things. The next thing, the representative for that place will start telling people, don't matter, male that greeted me, he just came here for nothing. What happened? The next thing, you see people attacking you because they think you want a job. That's all. The common man that pays off. The ordinary Liberian is not mad at you. That those who in charge and they want paying the people who don't have to go on Facebook to insult you. You don't know that? They call them, give them money, and say y'all go deal with them. Don't matter when they go in America, they so people, they cleaning people, they're doing nothing. When they come to America, they won't steal. How do people not say it? Because some of our leaders too, we only collect the least Liberians to go home and work. Instead of us taking professional to work, they take anybody because I support you. Oh, because I supported Mr. Cummings, so Mr. Cummings president tomorrow, he's supposed to come and collect Mr. Kishen and go give Mr. Kishen one fat job. And I know I can do the job. Eh? I know I can do the job. Instead of me telling Mr. Cummings, oh, Mr. Cummings, no, when you put me over there, it will be better. Oh, Mr. Cummings, I think it's okay for me. Since I know you, no problem, let me just do my little private business. You're not saying, do you know why most of them go home to work for? Because they want to steal. That what disappointed most of them. It's not that they want to sacrifice themselves. It's not that they want to sacrifice themselves. We know them. Some of them left, right, they said they were consultant to Ministry of Youth and Sports. Consulting what? $4,000. Friendship job, friendship business. So, Mr. Cummings, I have never ever in my life to see, or let me say it, not to say in my life, I'm so difficult. I never trusted no Liberian politician easily. Serenius Nyenfo, may his soul rest in peace, is the only Liberian politician in my lifetime that I came across and I saw honesty in him. Maybe if I were going to work with the first corrupt Liberian, I was going to be corrupt. But that is what I adapted. That's what I took from Mr. Ford. Son, what is not yours, don't never allow the public to go against you. Don't never put your family over a country. Don't never put yourself over a country. That's it. A patriot sacrifice himself. What some of us are doing here today, I might not live to see it. But somebody would see it and would say Kishen was one of those who used to cry on in Facebook, who used to run him off on Facebook. That's how life goes. But when I sit here and thinking that I'm doing it to get something, and if I don't have it, then I'm disappointed. Then the next thing, I don't want to listen to nobody anymore. Some of us supported President Weah. And go back to my old videos. And I owe no one an apology. And I never regretted whatever how I campaigned. I never insulted him. But the last message I sent to President Weah in a text when he won, the burden of proof is on you, sir. Congratulations. The ball is in your court. Prove me wrong. And have not been proven wrong yet. When will Liberia or Liberians come to themselves? When will Liberians put Liberia first before individual? When will Liberians tell their leaders the truth? When you want to change, you must start with yourself. Abide by the rules. Respect what you put on paper, but we don't. Liberians cry every day, oh, we want good leaders, we want sincere, but they got too technical. If you don't understand it by now, unless you don't know Liberian history when it comes to politics, Mr. Cummings, he's not just an ordinary politician. Mr. Cummings have changed the way we do politics in Liberia. Every politician who ever contested that ran for office, whenever they lost, they leave the country or they go into hiding. You will never see them again until a year or two to election. But Mr. Cummings went in that country 18 months. Mr. Cummings has been visiting Liberia regularly from 2002. That is why you see Ellie even honor him, gave him our biggest honor ever as to go for citizen. But Mr. Cummings moved to Liberia 18 months before the 2017 elections. And since then, Mr. Cummings is a resident. Mr. Cummings do not spend more than a month out of the country. He comes to America, what he need to do, he goes back home. And when he lost the elections, what he did, he never left. Mr. Cummings had the opportunity to go back and work. People begged him to work. It was just after 2017 before Mr. Cummings' position was occupied. After he told us, listen, guys, I retire already. You understand? So he remains in Liberia. He went to all the counties. He went back to Maryland, his father county. Well, I don't know, he not born there. He came second. Now he came second to George Weah there. George was the most popular man. Everybody knows George Weah. He never came second to Boaca. He came second to George Weah, which is a plus. And he came third in big states, in cities. In Monserrado, he came third in Monserrado. In Nimba, he came fourth in Nimba. Fourth or fifth, one of them, but fourth. In Bomi, he came third. He never went below fifth place out of 22 candidate political parties. Out of 22, ALP never defeated him in any party, in any place. Yeah. So he's not relevant. And he stayed there after losing election. He went back to the people and said, thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. If Mr. Cummings was looking for a job today, if Mr. Cummings, Mr. Weah, Mr. Boaca, Mr. Ure applied to any corporation right now with the resume and the experience, it's not that they don't have degree, they would take Mr. Cummings. It's not in politics now. Elected positions is not about experience. It's not about saying, oh, since I was there for 12 years, so you're going to elect me. No. You will sell yourself to the people. So this is not about the resume. So Mr. Cummings worked with companies that their budget is triple our budget. He have met people who more than people who work in government. So they have more. Mr. Cummings' job was hard. His job was to produce. If you don't produce, he's out. If you give Coca-Cola raw information and they lose money, you gone. Then imagine in a place where the government say, when you get 50 plus 1, that means you good. If you go 70, you excellent. And I just to put, so the symbol, who are the board members? I want you to transform it into, or I want you to think now like a corporation. Who is the board members within government? The board members in government are the ministers. The ministers are members of the board. The president is the chairman of the board. That is why the government have a cabinet meeting someplace every Wednesday or Tuesdays. The vice president also attend that meeting. When the president come up with the agenda, the ministers are advisors. They are all direct, apart from his other advisors, political advisors, and whatsoever. But when it comes to the administration, the minister put his agenda. He said, this is how I want things to work. Mr. Finance Minister, I want to make sure that people get this. Tell me what you do. Tell me what to do. President summarize it. Bam. When the board member leaves, like Mr. Cummings then, they were the managers. When they leave, they got the other people. They got the directors there in civil service. They got all. They want to get the deputy minister. They get the other person. The minister proper attends meeting. If the minister proper is not there, the deputy for administration will go, or the deputy for operation whatsoever. Then they send it down to civil servant. Then civil servant implemented because the minister is the head. When you look, things are going good. When things mess up in that ministry, the first person the president will call, the first person, Barclay, I'm online. When I promise you, I like for people to wait for me, but because you harassing me too much, that is why I ain't knowing your calls. The money is not on the tree. I don't like to say it. It's not hanging on the tree. Sometimes if I don't have it, there's a it. Maybe you can say, just slow down small, please. I will take care of you. Okay. You know, I just saw your name and you call and you think I'm going to answer your phone call. Now, if the ministry is doing bad, the minister not going to call no deputy minister. The minister not going to talk to nobody else. The ministers going, the president going to hold that minister responsible, or if possible, fire him. You understand? Okay, let me put the government like a football team. We, the Liberian people, own the team. We hire George Weah as a coach for the national team. George Weah went out and did his recruiting. He recruited his players. We said, no problem, Mr. Coach. He started his whole thing. He's not winning. He's losing. He's losing. He out of 15 games, he won 2, 4. We own the team. We piss off. I mean, what's going on? We authorize you, we give you the power to bring good players. Your first time, you know what you do? You got to make changes on the team. You remove players who are not producing and bring in professionals, because the team that you are coaching is not an amateur team. You put amateur on the second team. Like when George Weah went to Monaco, he was very lucky and blessed to be on the first team because he was going to go on Monaco second team, Division 2. So what you do, you bring in the professionals and you take the amateur to be in the back to get some experience to be promoted. When Joshua went there, he never started as a starter. You see? So playing football, when you just common sense and you use the football thing, you still make it. You use the corporate style, you still make it. You use the experience as a vice president for 12 years, you still make it, because you know the mistake that was made and you have to correct the mistake. But at the same time, you must take responsibility of that same government that you served for 12 years. You should take responsibility. You take the good and the bad. When you were vice president, you could not argue. You go there, you alone will not make that decision. When the ministers say fine, fine, you just the last dude. That is why most politicians put the memoir together after they leave office. They explain. There is no one politician in Liberia that will tell you today, this is what I did when I was government, when I was working in government, or this is what happened and messed up and whatsoever. I've not seen it before. How our people will learn. We remove civics out of the school because we don't want the citizens to know their responsibilities. We don't want them to know. All we want them to know is, I am the minister. I will give you rice. I will give you $5. Just vote for me or you go home. If you make it up there, thank God for you. And I'm the minister. I'm minister of education, but I got 2 schools. I'm a senator. I built 3, 4, 5 schools. So which one the government building? Which one is the government going to build? Tell me. Ministers come and bring this and bring that. So which one the government doing? We got a president who is the manager now for all projects. I love the idea of the playground. I must commend the president. But the problem here is that they're taking too much, they worry about the achievement, the glory, than the job. How can the president tell us every day I come here, I bring new idea for the place, and you see the place here, I told them to put it, these children to play here. Come on for blueprint. That is not your business again. When you squeeze all the things that what we're going to do? Oh, people take their children from here to Ghana. Who the hell take their children from Liberia to Ghana to go to park? They're not poor, man. They're not poor men. No Liberian. That is a blinking lie, Mr. President. No Liberians who are struggling take their children from Liberia to Ghana just to go to the park. That they wonder who can afford it, Mr. President. It costs almost $400 to $500 from Liberia to Ghana, and you will pay for your child. Amen. And people were clapping. Oh, the president good. Oh, the president good. People were clapping. Why? Why are we doing this to ourselves? The president is the project manager. Where is the minister of public works? Where is the minister of public works? Where is the education minister? Dr. Suni, he been fighting to be minister from the day he joined CDC. He minister now, he got a school, now he's like a web school. Then the other deputy minister say, oh, government cannot regulate private schools. Jesus Christ. That is why some of us, that is why I supported Mr. Cummings, because I have seen the sincerity. There was a boy who I would take this land for him. He said, my brother, let me tell you the real truth. And this boy, when they said die hard, he said, you know what? President Weah is not honest. He's not sincere to Liberian people. If you're sincere to Liberian people, you'll be too good. He said, because he was so popular, I'm so ashamed. I'm ashamed. Thank God I live in America now. He said, I was there when they did the shooting. He said, I live in America now. Thank God for me. When I came, nobody could tell me nothing about George Weah. But when I look at myself and look at my life backward, I said, thank God I'm in America. At least my eyes are open to see the difference. President Weah not sincere. He's all about himself. All about President Weah achievement. Telling the woman, y'all go strike now. When we're building a place here, you're there. You forced to throw talk. Why are you throwing talk? In America, everywhere the people demonstrate, do you know people demonstrate your own bill? They want to make sure that you do the right thing. They want to make sure you do the right thing. People don't dare build anywhere. People demonstrate every day in America when they're building something else. They just want to make sure that the environment must be good. But yeah, there now y'all want to strike. Y'all go tell the people who say I'm on strike. You throwing talk, Mr. President. It will not work. Today, look what's going on. Everybody yelling, Prince Johnson, Prince Johnson. It's strange to y'all. It's strange. Y'all go look on our treasury list and see who all there. Mr. Baka, right-hand man, Ben Ayure, his name is on there. Yeah. Brani Samoka, don't be surprised. Maybe he might get there too. Who knows? And Councilor Vani Shemo name is there. They got a lot of people. Imaya Shaw name there. They got and Charles Bright, his name is on our list. Y'all go check. Y'all go and check. Y'all go there and check. Nimbabians, that's not you. Prince Johnson is not bigger than Nimba County. Nimba County is bigger than Prince Johnson. Bigger than Prince Johnson. Nimba County. Don't come make it look as if, the people, they won't go after. They're not going after you. They're not going after you. Everybody must pay for what they do. Yeah. And listen, they signed our people. They signed our Magnitsky Act. Liberia is part of it. America will go to any country that corrupt. Whether we like it or not, America is bigger than anybody. We just a poor platoon. So we can fight America. So nobody will be on there. America won't show. You waste your time, my brother. You waste your time. We are all Liberians. We want good for Liberia. That is why I'm desperate. That is why I'm behind Mr. Cummings 100% my entire life. I'd rather go down with Mr. Cummings than to go down with anybody else. I stand with Cummings any day, anytime, because I know the vision. I know what he stands for. And I can call him honorable now because he is doing the honorable things. He will be places, he can be all over. He will not be all over the same time. So we as partisans, Liberians, you don't need to be a member of ANC to support Mr. Cummings. Liberians, we are not members of any political party, most of us. You don't need to be a member of ANC. But Mr. Cummings will treat you the way he would treat an ANC person. In fact, you might be the one said he will hold better because he knows the ANC people get his back already. So you don't need to join ANC. You will make that decision on your own. But look at all your candidates. We are not making that decision for you, not because we're in America. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I'm only asking you with what I know. I want you to look at it and listen and hear it and make your own decision. When you want good for Liberia, if you want for your life or whatsoever, you want to be part of your resources, you want to be part of your taxes, your money, Mr. Cummings is your man. Mr. Cummings is your man. Know them, know your leaders, and know your responsibility. We get mad, don't get mad at your married bro, because the government is messed up. So it's good to hope with hard hands, but we just got to be careful. But I'm telling you, don't allow this 2023 to pass by and start to regret again. First fool is fool, second fool is not fool. Liberians, we are not stupid people. We make mistakes and move on. We are very delicate people. We so proud. We're proud of ourselves, whatever we do. That's why you see some Liberians want to be better because they're so proud of what they do. They think they might fall into something. So don't get mad at them. Some of them went through hell before coming to America. Some of them they lost their relatives, their sisters, their brothers. People die in front of them and they came to America and they want to leave because they believe that there is nothing there for them anymore, no security. We sit in Liberia, we hear things. We hear more news than you guys in Liberia. We hear the news because you know what? The government send the information to us through Facebook. Everything they do, they put on Facebook. How many Liberians ready to get on Facebook? Eh? That is why we're begging you guys. Put your country first. Think about your children. The older people, think about your children, your grandkids. They got to go to school. Don't let nobody fool you. If you're hungry, take the money and make a decision. You alone will be in that booth. You alone will be in the voting booth. But don't make the mistake again and vote because you felt that they were there before. So send that other place was much better than Georgia. I will take the other place. No, we must move forward. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. Listen to them. Ask questions. Mr. Cummings has had over 200 interviews. He has answered so many questions, including his height. How tall are you, Mr. Cummings? What made you short, Mr. Cummings? People ask all kinds of questions. Mr. Cummings, are you a gay? No. Mr. Cummings, do you believe in man and woman? Yes, I believe the Bible says man and woman when it comes to marriage. Married with 2 kids. Been married for over 40 years to one woman. Never had a problem. He's a human being. He's not honest. I'm sorry, he's not perfect like any one of us, but he's honest. Honesty, integrity, empathy is what you live by. This man brought himself down because he wants to feel, he knows what it looked like. He was not born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He was not born in a rich family. He was not born to a place where he could not even clean his own shoe or he slept on the floor so many times. When he came to the States, he did the same thing. And those days was worse. God bless him. That's him. It's not for us. It's not for us. But what we can do in like America here, we can, if you cannot go, you can use your resources and make the difference back home. You might get 100, but out of the 100, you might get 60 Liberians who will understand you, and the other 40 will try to rob you. Before it was less, but now it's improving. There are children who want to go to school. They can. Mr. Cummings got a foundation. He will help few. But government, all our leaders are humanitarians. Eh? Mr. Cummings work with organizations. Organization builds communities. community build the county build the nation. That's it. In every community, the community association, you work along with them, you empower them, they come together as one. When they want to put a well, you don't put a well in from Mr. Kitchen house, you put a well to a place that everybody go and get water from that well. And if you want to even put a well, gather people together. Look, if I'm building a well, I will not be the financier 100%. You will contribute. You will contribute. If there are $5 you will contribute. We will contribute and we will do it together because you are the one who is responsible for it, not me. And you will enjoy it because anything that is free, we don't give a damn about it. And I always give you this story. Let me tell you today. I said it so many times. This guy went into this town. He went to the first house, he knocked the door and said, "Oh, my hello. My name James. I'm hungry." She said, "Oh, me, I get no food here. Me, I just come here, I get no food." He went to the other person, nobody. So what he did? Everybody in the house now, they won't see. So he went and looked for wood and brought the wood, lighted, and put the fire and everything lighted. So he went to the woman and said, "Oh, my, excuse me. Can you lend me a pot? I just want to cook my food." She said, "But you just can't. What kind of food?" He said, "No, I want to cook my rack." They had a rack in his hand. He took it from the plate. He washed it clean. She said this. He said, "Yes, I want to cook this rack." But because the man said, "I want to cook this rack in my hands," she got concerned. You know what she did? She gave him a pot. To her now, let me see what he want to do. So he took the pot and asked for water and took the rack and put it in the pot and put the water on and put the pot in the fire. It started boiling. It started sitting. She sent the news to her neighbor. All of them came there. They want to see what the man doing to. They said the man coming boil the rack to eat. Then the guy said he put it in. He looked and said, "Yeah, I need salt." The other woman went to her house. She brought salt. He said, "Yeah, they thing will be good and get pepper." The other woman said, "Oh, but I get pepper." That the same people he asked before, they said they didn't get nothing. The woman went to her house and brought pepper. Then the other man, he said, "Yeah, like this now, when you put your little dry fish." The other woman went to the house, she brought dry fish and put it in there. The thing boiling. Chicken soup came. Everything came. The other guy said, "Yes, you see like this now. When you mix it with the rice." The other guy went there because the pot was big. He went. The other woman went and brought 3 cups of rice, man. Wash it and put it there. And it don't. The guy did it one pot. One pot. It dry. After it dry, he brought his spoon, he cut a bowl, he cut. He tasted. You can taste it. All of them start tasting, but nobody touched the rack. They said, "Why? It's nice." Nobody touched the rack. They push the rack aside. Everybody tasting. Everybody tasting. The last person came and said, "Oh," the other person pick up the rack. They start licking the racks. They think, they say, "Wow, what? The rack nice." So, woo. They say, "Yeah, the super sweet." He said, "Good." He said, "I came here today and I asked you for food. None of you will give me food. But because of curiosity and nosiness and whatsoever, but I was able to put you together for us to cook. And every one of you eating this food and you ate this food like you ain't eat today, but you were hungry for who to start the cooking." And you see how we put it together, and we all just cook on nice food. So that is why when you go in a community, oh, and we got our lay and tent. We want to put our little community center so the Palava hut, so if there case or anything, we'll be having meeting. Okay, we're coming to contribute. Let everybody in the town contribute towards the Palava hut. And who all going to work your come on the side? When everybody put a 5 cents, and I put my big one there, and we build that Palava hut, they will clean it, they will protect that thing there. They will protect it. And you that in the community, when you vote for your leader, you get a representative. It's not like America. When you're having a project, you invite your representative, you talk to your representative will invite other business people within that area to have a fundraiser. Invite them to have a fundraiser. If that representative refuse to show up, You don't need to go to his office and go big. All you need to do is to write him and say, why you don't show up? We expect you to come and help us do a fundraiser. If he show up again, you're just writing a nice letter, say, Mr. Representative, you will hear from us in 2 years' time. We will make a decision at the voting booth. But because our same people in the community, our community leaders, they're so greedy, they will bypass you, go to Capitol building, talk to Akara's Gray. Akara's Gray will give them the money, and they will leave, and they all come back again. Oh, you just forget about Akara Gray. You can't throw Bacha in Babu. There's no Bar Bush for Bacha. So you just consider him. That our own son, what we do. That man will tell you, I'm finna eating the money. That is why I'm supporting Mr. Cummings, because Mr. Cummings do not give individual money because you think that individual can rise, can bring 10% together, and he say, oh yeah, take it, John Brown. No, organization. Organization is what we do if you want to move forward. You saw Mr. Cummings in the market, and I was so happy and proud because that was one of my proposal. Mr. Cummings, walk in the market. Don't worry about the Liberian Marketing Association president. Don't worry about her. Don't worry about the chairman. Walk in the market and engage these people, shake their hands. Have a children tournament. The children will carry the news. Listen, when somebody say, money when you say it in Europe, no. When you know it, you know. Mr. Cummings talk about $1 billion budget, and they carry to 785. They know what how to do it. They know. They know. They're not their plans. How to do it. All they know, they will raise the taxes on the Liberian people. And when they pass that budget, it will be the end. Because President Weah, there will be the hardship will be so much on his own poor against him. Because you just want to increase taxes on the people. Yeah, because you collected 600,000 million last year, so you can get to 780. That means you're going to increase the taxes like hell. That is why I'm desperate in supporting Mr. Cummings. We want a very good country, a strong country. Not just because we want to build roads, my people. Where's the drainage system in Morovia? Even people are still doing it today in their communities. No drainage system. We putting roads down. There is nothing. People's houses is below the road and water just going to it. And everybody just building anything. The drainage system is so messed up. Everything clogged. So there is nowhere the sewer system working for toilet to flush again. Eh? You go to Capitol building, it stink. You go to finance ministry, it stink. You go to foreign ministry, it stink. Foreign ministry is stink too. There's no bathroom there. Let me bro get a ticket. Eh? Right now, President, we can wash his own clothes. He can't iron his own clothes, so he don't know. But if he used to do it before himself, you're Josh. Eh? Country is dirty. We seen it every day. They also would, oh, we discourage ourselves. We do no. Let's be honest. Don't and so I hate to put it say, well, we need to go home and make the difference. Why we got government? The government can't even protect you. There's no security. People leave from here, right? We're taking risks. We enter the airport, they go after you. The government look at the little guy at the embassy there. Eh? This man informed the foreign minister who already ordained rapist or molester or Liberian foreign minister. And the president can't even say a word. Eh? That is shame. This man had a case. This guy complained. Yet instead the president appointed him. Could not even have that decency as a father of a country to say, Mr. Foreign Minister, I will withdraw your appointment until you can settle it. Why? You got a foreign minister who can enter America. The president already can enter America. He can already come here for anything. Then you got foreign minister who can, he's scared. So the question me, you got people here, he's scared. And the same thing happened in Liberia. going after people's children, sleeping with people's children, raping them at the same time because it's rape. Because the girls are vulnerable, because the parents are all poor and going through hell. Look, we will not stop talking. We will not stop talking. My brother is a member of the coalition from the NPP. I don't give a damn. But we will not stop speaking. I love my brother, but we don't. We all have our own thing within us. When it's not right, it is not right. And I can stand by my brother any day, but I cannot stand by my brother in his party. No. I can stand by my brother if he's going independent because I know him. I know his attitude. I know what he believes in. But he can make the difference. He's not up there. He will not make the difference. But my brother would make a difference if he was in charge of something because the same people talking, his work ethics, what made you promoted. He went all the way to Portugal. He went to all these places. They gave him job and he leading people and producing. He's from the same corporate side. Discipline, go to work on time. He's serious when he's doing his job. But he tried politics was the same thing. Oh, Marky Shen, wait, man. What you want to get into politics for? Politics not for you. And at the same people turn around to begging for money now. But they say, oh my man, politics not for you. But the time he was not a politician, oh, they used to come there. The time he was not a politician now. And I used to tell him the same thing. We always want people to do the good, nice thing. But when it comes to politics, it's not for you. Who told you politics not for you? Who the hell has the power to say that you are not? It is your constitutional right. You can make up your mind anytime to contest for any office. It's you. That's your right. Oh, Mikey Shembe, you are with Chad Taylor. But he work with Chad Taylor in government. He ain't get no government job. Oh, Mikey Shembe, you so armed for you bought Chad Mikey Shembe, who are older now. That said Chad Taylor was stupid. Because if Mikey Shembe would go buy arms for Chad Taylor, that means Chad Taylor was a dummy. But Liberian people, it all boiled down what I'm trying to say. When we don't know you, we give you names. We got Liberians today who struggle in Liberia, who God bless. They came to America, they went to the school, they're making their money. They call them Congo people. The man speak one little broken English, they call him Congo man. But the same Congo man, when he on the ground, he ain't get food to eat. We papa them. But the country man who not try his best, who coming from poor family and he make it, they say he Congo man, elite. Oh, they are the elite people. No, what is my elite? What do you mean by elite? What make them elite? Because they make contributions? Because they contributed to a cause for Liberia. God make them to be elitists. Then I with them. Then I stand with them. If they would use the finance to make sure that Liberians is educated and Liberians got things, and we send money to Liberia every day to help people, then I accept it. But we will fight it every day. The same people that cause NEPA is that the so-called educated ones who say it. That's not the ordinary man got the problems. Do you know who said you know book, will vote for you? Do you know who said that and the educated people fool us? That the educated people, the corrupt ones. So they put it in what people heard and they all start singing the song. That them. That they don't want to the people say, don't mind, not because they say Charles Taylor are rebel, but they're the worst, they don't want to send Charles Taylor. The countrymen say, yeah, well, that's true. Eh? They put it, oh yeah, Prince Johnson, the hero. Prince Johnson, you know how many person he killed? Michael Doe, was Michael Doe a rebel? No. Was the council rebel or rebel? No. Eh? You kill people based on your own. You the judge, the jury, the executioner. The war finished, but yet and still we're killing people. So what we do now? Liberia have gone through a cycle. The one where we are right now, we must talk. We must educate our people. We must get them from there. You remember those days when we have vocational school and after vacation school after school close. Government used to employ kids. Government used to give them job. Government used to encourage businesses to employ every child that out of school. That when they finish, they get late 200 to go buy the uniform. But government cannot even give no child or damn vacational school because they're eating all the money. For the money that representative making, representative will take one student to work with them. Take the best student in every school first. Every ministry that could take about 50 or 100 to work. How much is this 150 or 200 that they will get after 3 months? That it will help them. But we don't do it. Where is the study class? People to the attire shop whole day. They speaking a big word. They're duplicating the words. None of them even get a study class in a year. But when you hear there's somebody from the University of Liberia, those days, Walter Toba, he used to come and teach us. Mama used to pay them. The person will have the little study class, all the children come around. You get your little $50 from the woman there. That's it. Where are they? But you know what we can say? Because the government said messing up, so we can't even talk to them. Every one of them to their type a job they're looking for a government job. But because the government itself is messing up, so we're not even noticing these people. But they are Liberians. They're entitled to work. You don't expect them to go on the farm. You don't expect them to go burn coal. I can go to Liberia today and say, I want burn coal. You think I'm burning coal? No. I will pay somebody to burn the coal and bring it to town and sell it. Then I say, oh, hey, I eat Liberia, I got farm. Oh, then are you doing the farm? I can go to Liberia and open a farm. Then I mean the one are doing it. But do you expect us or a university student who already catching hard and he find the first food to eat, then he will go in the bush to go make garden? Yeah. How many Liberians used to drive forklift in Liberia? That only the old people. How many Liberians ever changed tire before to go to a tire shop? But some of us in America, I worked with Sam's Club before for two months when I came, needed 2 months, 2 or 3 months. I was in a tire department. I used to laugh over my interest. What you say? You know what I'm doing? I said, I changed the tire. Then the guy asked me, he said, because I'm a kind of person, I'm a handy person. I know about car mechanic because I started in a mechanic shop. He said, you know this thing? I said, no, I just learned it from you. Then I went to William B. Wire. I did auto body in GM garage. I went there, they said, Mokan, well, the iron, the one they do, you know, they got their wires for hospital and different things. So that was my first test. The guy did about 3, but I electric welding. I did the first one, the second one, he came back, he put in the machine when he stretched it. He said, damn. He said, you did it before? I said, no. I made to understand. I said, I never did. I said, my first time. I did it. I spent only 2 weeks on our machine. Bam, that was it. I never told you I knew it. I make that man to feel good as if they want to talk to me. He said, wow, my man, you too quick. You see. But we all did some jobs, but because they respect the jobs in America, dignity of labor, the man who's sweeping. When the last time in Liberia, our minister went to the janitor and said, thank you. When the last time a minister or director went to a janitor in the ministry and said, thank you for, look, you, come and take the thing from here, man. Take the trash for your problem. When the last time you told a cleaner in Liberia, somebody opened the door and said, thank you. But we always downplay ourselves, our people. When the last time in Liberia that you went in the restaurant to eat, the man put a face there looking at you, you eating, and you helping. And the next thing he says he on drugs. Yes, he on drugs. That's true. He steal your phone. That's true. We put them there. The war put them there. But yet and still you said that we should just go to Liberia and help. But the government who is responsible. You think Sierra Leone leader is not corrupt? Sierra Leone leader is so damn corrupt until and I watch on the Sierra Leone show. But what he doing? He doing what the Sierra Leoneans want, helping certain people. You can't find nobody talking about rebel business. And I'm so happy on Spoon. One of my things I always talk about, Tier 1 Gonglo brought it up. He said, look at Bela Yala. Bela Yala can be transformed into an institution for the Zogos. I said it so many times. I said, government need to look for at least $5 million. When George Weah took one, voluntary first, voluntary service, fix Bela Yala correctly. Change it, get board in these rooms and the dormitory, everything, because of prison already. They're not using it again. Put 2 football fee or 1 football fee, put a basketball court, and do everything. It's a big land for farming. And you tell the children voluntarily, you that in the street, we're not going to give you 3 options there. You want to be a carpenter, a mechanic, or masoner. That's it. You got 2 years to that school. 2 years. When you get there, government will give you, depends on the one again, $25 or $50, but they will give you, maybe if that 25, they give you $5 every month. Keep that up because you're eating free, you're eating 3 times a day. But you will be a mechanic. You don't have to know how to say, my name is John, to be a mechanic. To be a carpenter, you don't have to really know, because it's all practical you're going to do. When these people graduate, the little money you be saving, you can't easily have Brandon Samuka eat the people military money. The little 2020 saving, that means the man graduated only 2 years program. Other people who the children giving them hard time in the house, they will send the children and pay something. But people who don't have, some of them, man, they go there and learn something. But when you finish, the agreement is that you will work for government for a year. They will pay you, but you must serve government for a year. What they will do, they will take your sale to GSA. The mechanics, they will spread them out to all the ministries to be repairing the cars there. The carpenters will be to GSA to fix furniture made in America, made in Liberia furniture for all the ministries instead of going to bar. After that year, and then the mason, and also they will go to public works to do all the little potholes, they will spread them. That 1 year, if you correct, they keep. If you want to stay there, you say you're free. They give you your money. You go open your own business. You have just taken Zogos off the fee. The volunteer one first. If people refuse to go, if the first group enter, you get in 6 months. Everybody clear that new housing authority bank. Everybody should leave from there. Vacancy come back in. If you don't want to go to school, you go home. And then we come up with a program and start checking who all going to school. If you live on your mind and you're not going to school, your mind and power will be responsible, or you go to school by force. Free education. Go back to the drawing board. The ones then who want to go to vocational school, because look, let's be real. Our child was 10 years old when the war started. He was in 2nd grade. Some of them didn't go to school. The war went for 14 years. That child, 24 years old. Interim government came in for another 5-6 years. Child still don't enter. They will not know where they stayed there. They ain't go nowhere because no man, no pa. Ellen King, 12 years. Today, some of them are 45 years old, some are 40 years old. That man can go back to school, but that man you can transform that man's life to do something. That is what the government for. You can't rehabilitate a criminal or rebel, someone who have killed, and send them to school, and when they come from school, they don't have food to eat. They will sell the books and don't go back. So what we doing? This is not no damn degree. It's not. It's common sense. Common sense. When America had problem with the education in the country before, that make America to be so great, they had a free education from baby to high school. It's just that other countries have crossed high school now. And what? Germany went straight into the industrial thing. The number one industrialized country in the world is Germany. Belgium started to build a country through self-help project from communities. 1968, Japan was nothing to us. Japan, we used to give them shrimp. We were supplying them with food. But lack of leadership, governance brought us this far. That is why our role models today, they are crook. So everybody want to be a crook. So that is why Mr. Cummings looked like a stranger to Liberian people. That is why Mr. Cummings looked different, because people cannot understand he's not a politician. It's not truth. Why the man is so the kind of way? Why the man is so honest? That is why giving other politicians, it's not the Liberian people. That is why giving the politicians, that was giving Ure hard time. That is what giving Mr. Bwaka hard time. That is what giving Yombly hard time. And even Darius Delon. Who is Mr. Cummings? Mr. Cummings is the man that for you and myself, he's not for the other guys. He's not for the corrupt people. In fact, corruption is too good. I will start using the word stealing. He's not about the people who steal your money every day, that today you can't go to school. He's not for the people who steal your money. That is why you can't go to hospital. He's not for the people who steal your money. That is why it takes you 4 or 5 hours to get to town and work. He's not for the people who steal your money. That is why the police cannot come to your aid, because the police don't have nothing to do. No pay. He's not for the people who steal your money every day. That is why you don't have a light. And they gave you a little satellite thing and say, oh yes, we get lantern. He's not for them. But that is why they don't like him. And make you to be the same and say, because that's your role model, because I love John Brown. So anything John Brown say, that is what I would do. It don't work that way. Liberians, let us open our eyes. I believe in you. I'm not trying to convince. I don't want to be in sympathy with me. I'm not trying to say you must vote for Mr. Cummings. You don't have to. But if you love your country, I went against President Weah when I knew that President Weah was going to win. If I were to close my eyes and say, let me just close my eyes and eat, I would be eating in Liberia today. But my conscience will not serve me. I would never, ever. If Mr. Cummings, look, no decision. If Mr. Cummings is president tomorrow and Mr. Cummings make one mistake, I will not hesitate to attack Mr. Cummings. When I say attack, I mean I'm going to fight him. But to say it. Because you know why I say this? Because Mr. Cummings love for people to challenge him. Mr. Cummings don't want to be the only one in the room that making the decision. Because he listens to people. That is why he accepts interviews. That is why he accepts any question. Mr. Cummings, why may you shot? He will answer you. Mr. Cummings, you are gay. The people say you're gay. He will answer you. He can get this. How many of all the politicians can really accept it? Now the people we depend, let me change a little bit. The people we depend on to educate our people. The radio station, the so-called journalists, we call them John the List. They can't ask questions because they all broke and hungry. You call for press conference, you pay them. You go on a radio station, you pay them. The whole damn country is corrupt. I lived there. 2018, I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. I visited 17 districts in Montserrat County. I can close my eye and draw up the entire Montserrat County. The same people we met. Yeah, this man, they call Mr. Cummings. That man not bow, but that man just came. You think Liberians stupid? Liberians came up and gave that opportunity to President Weah. They saw themselves in President Weah. They believed that he was the one. He was the one. What he do good was say it. I like the project. The Invisible Park, I love it. That's the only thing we have. That's the only thing will be good. But when you are a leader, you don't worry about achievement. You do it. We can't allow our people then singing every day. From the day election over, we stay campaigning. When you make everything about this one leader, then you mess up the whole thing. You must put his picture so, and whatsoever. It should be about President Weah. Oh, that President Weah vision, yes. But President Weah is not an engineer. Oh, President Weah, that's not even his money, that taxpayer money. Why, if Ellen Johnson was going to be running all the time concerning the hydro, I know Joey are going to be that way again in trouble. Eh? One man can't give government is a teamwork. What the Porter West doing? What education man doing? What LEC and whatsoever? Eh? We're not empowering people to do their work. Oh, and this other man, I brought him from America to come help us. Tokonqui. Yeah. But you understand, these are the same people who telling us that Mr. Cummings don't have experience, but most of them never work in their life and they get job. But they don't want to turn it around to say, what kind of experience you get? Like Nathaniel McGee, who cannot even afford at the time. Then today they call Prince Johnson, and some of them trimming the shitting. They want people to say now, oh, hey, they think the people doing that. I think that Joe where they want to do. I got nothing to do with it. It's not about Nima Kante. It's not about Joshua. Joshua got his own trouble. It's about Prince Yomi Johnson. Yedu. It's about Prince. That's his own problem. He was the leader of the Independent National Petroleum Fund. He killed innocent people. He continued to steal from our government today. He continued to steal and sell votes and make it look and say he's the only man. Let me tell you, the way to election is preparing. We want more candidates in the race. I applaud any Liberians who want to get, and I will tell you today, it's the right of Tier 1 Gonglo to contest and make the fee good. So you that are in the CPP, if you don't want to put your act together, you're listening to Mo Ali say, somebody must apologize. Who apologize? Because we say we need apology. Someone must apologize to make this thing look good. People come in the race. See, look, if you think you will break the CPP down because you think you're going to take number 2 behind President Weah, or President Weah, he said, "Man, I take number 2." Then you are wrong. Because other people are coming in the race. Oh, fire in Soweto, burning of my people. I feel the fire burning. My people are dying. And tell me what to do. Let it come. Let it more people come. You won't break the CPP down. You'll break it down. But we will not break it. We will find occupants. We will bring new people in. And I have to eat crab with shame. And I here to eat crab with shame. And I here to convince you. And I here to satisfy you. Today, everything that they try to do, it failed. We said that they want to change because we love corruption. We try to tarnish our man's reputation to sit in the same group of you. Just by joining you, people already pissed off by joining. He said, no, we are Liberians. Yesterday, Senator Dillon had a meeting. I want to say yesterday now. It's just a figure of speech. Oh, and Mr. Ability was Saul. Now he's Paul. Do you want for Ability to go back to be Saul? Ability is playing by your book, your constitution. If Ability was a corrupt man, fine, so be it. Now he's Paul. He prosecuting the corrupt people. The man you said was not corrupt. When people said, you and Yombly and whatsoever, make this man chairman, this man understood it. This man did everything. Your hands cannot be in a lion mouth. But when you're so wicked, when you guys are so wicked politicians who disguise yourself as if you are the Messiah, that's what happened at the end of the day. The God that in heaven that we all serve, including the devil, we believe in it. Simple. 2 parties, 4. 2 of the parties do not have candidates. It is their right to negotiate with any of the party. What's in there for me? Will my party get 2 or 3 seats as ministers? Because I see Joe, we are the government, they get some other people. But when they say the party will get 3 seats, it mean that the party can just throw anybody on you. Because the president still have the right. That is what Bility were pushing for. That is why when you listen to the tape that I listen to, and some wicked one, because we know how to change, because they say that people stupid, we know how to understand so they can change it. He said, what in there for us? We must come together as a group and go. If we leave with me, we'll go to ANC, because even the UP, then today they say, oh, Mr. Boy, Mr. We are paying military to break the CPP because Mr. We can beat Mr. Cummings over my dead body. I beg you, yeah. It made no sense. Who's saying it? Who's saying that George we are pay ability to break up CPP because George we are one for Mr. Cummings to go, and when we are closer to the people telling us say, I won't lie to you, that Cummings man there, y'all don't worry, Liberians, don't be afraid to support Mr. Cummings. You are the only one can make that decision in that voting booth. They continue to do the same thing from 1930 all the way Charlie King time. They still get the same report, the same result, no new ideas. None of them ever talk about the economy. None of them ever spoke about living wage. All they do, they talk about themselves, how to make money. All they want you to do is muya, 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 muya. Sedition, don't blame yourself. UP members, don't blame yourself. It was not because of you, the government, UP government, that mess up. That our leaders responsible. The leaders are responsible. UP don't look at Ure. He's just the leader. Ure don't control you. He don't control your life. He don't put food on your table. Sidisha Joe can put food on your table. The same way Mr. Cummings can put food on my table. But the only thing I want from Mr. Cummings is his plans that will help everybody. When you hear the man say, that president know my name, that means that president solving problem that will affect me. The same way children in Maryland fighting to go to school, that had a fighting in Nima County, that had it in Maryland, in Sano. It's the same situation going around. Bad education system. No farming. Only doing the man, everybody just doing a little garden, we say farm. Whole budget 1%. But yet we say agriculture is the bare rock to every nation. Yeah, we can't feed ourselves. We can't feed ourselves. Which one of y'all saying it? Only Mr. Cummings. Which of the politicians that ever opened their mouth and talk about policemen getting paid, or talk about nurses getting paid, or talk about military men getting paid? Police director eating thousands of dollars while the common guy who in the night running around to fight criminal, he getting $75, $100. Then you say he will do it. You think he will steal himself? That is why we supporting Mr. Cummings. We need more people to get in the race. We need more people to get in the race. Listen, two things. When Mr. Cummings decided to go into the race, he either win or he lose. His first option is to win. His second option, his plan B, if he loses, whether it will affect him personally. No. He talked to his wife, talked to his family. That's the same question I asked my brother. Because if you're going into an election, that's most of you guys don't know, I will leave a room for disappointment. But at the same time, I will do everything to win. But if I don't win, can I accept the defeat? Will my life change, or I'm going to go down to the ground that I will not be able to find food to eat again? These are the things you think about before you go into elections. And I sure he thought about it. It's not cheap. That is why we must do our fundraiser. That is why we must help people. And listen, don't forget, I need to put my cash app up there. And I put a post up, and I'm not joking about it. I am serious. It's not a joke. My Christmas on you. My Christmas on you. My Christmas is on you, please. So don't make it look as if I am joking. No, my Christmas on you. Give me my Christmas because I try to give other people Christmas. So when you give me a little bit, I will be able to add on it. You understand? And anything you want to say, you can say it. But that is what. And okay. Okay. Let me see what you say here. Please, my Christmas on you. Cash App and Zelle. Okay. You see that? So I'm not joking about it. I posted it. I made my list. I've already sent some to people, and I still got other people to send to, but it's not an easy thing. I got to take care of people. So if you my buddy, you my friend, and you want to make a contribution, it can be anything. You can send me $1, you can send me $2, you can send me $3, you can send me $5, you can send me whatsoever, and I will tell you who are going to receive it. So that is it. You need to make that contribution. I'm asking you. But guys, Liberia is all we have. I know some people want to contribute. Let me make a call, and to call in, if you want to call in, and let me put a telephone number, because what I'm using right now, you won't be able to, I won't be able to bring you on. Five two six. Let's see, five. Oh, I made a mistake. Okay, let me put a number out that you can call just in case you want to contribute. Okay, you can call this number if you want to make a contribution. And I'm sorry, I'm not even looking at the comments. Yeah. And CPP does not have strong voice anymore because of the stupid power grid from JMB. Yes, Smith, and let's just change the word a little bit from stupid because that's the fact. Uh, that's your views, and which is truth. They have damaged the CPP, and I agree with you, Smith. They damaged the CPP. That Liberians are not feeling it anymore, but we're still doing our best to get it right. Yeah, we still doing everything, you know, to get it right. Cummins has history of doing those things you are talking about. Thank you very much, and which is true, and we all know that. And from Common Patrimony, okay. Thank you very much for your comment. And let me look at some of the comments. Okay, this person say what? And Gerald, give me my Christmas first, and then I will give you your New Year and on. My man, D. Daniel Weeks, I beg you. I already talked about my Christmas. This time I'll give you Christmas first. You see, you see the thing the man doing. Eh? I asking for my Christmas. Then you say I'm gonna give you your Christmas first. The same thing that you don't trust me, you want me to give them before you give me. Anyway, no problem, my brother. You're forced to give me. But I know you'll give me one day. Yes, I'm telling you, man. Tony, how are you, man? From all the way Minnesota. Yeah, good people. Okay. Liberia is an elephant meat. Y'all come and eat. Huh. Eh, a Salibia? No, the last name Salibia, but they're not Salibia. Yeah. How will come and eat? Like, brother, now what elephant meat, please? Yeah, now what meat? I'm sorry. At this time, I will pass because I lost my cousin in Liberia today. Hey, man, it's not good for now. Hey, Titi, sorry, man. Have my sympathy. Have my sympathy, my sympathy, my sympathy. Sorry, man. Sorry. This life we live in is tough. One of my friends just lost her sister too, and Emilia Kroma just lost her sister last week. Yeah, life. Okay. Yeah. Good morning, and Cristiano Cool. How are you? Hi, everything. Yep. ABC, my Charles, we love you, Mr. Cummings, our incoming president 2023. I love that. Yeah, yeah. Follow me on YouTube. Don't forget, you can also watch this program when you're home. You can also tune to your YouTube channel, TGN TV, and you can see me on there. You can watch it live. Okay. And there, these are the messages they don't want to. They just want steal. A new dawn is here. ABC. I love it. ABC 2023. Yes, thank you. This one is going directly to Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, the people love you, man. We need to interpret this message in our own local languages and put it on the radio. Let everyone get to know their next president agenda. Thank you very much, Anita. That is what we're pushing for. And the communication team is working on that. That we need to use our dialect, our languages, our tribes in all the countries to send the message out there because there are a lot of people who don't know. You are 100% right. Thank you very much. And that is one of the things I'm myself pushing for. Yep. Cummings can never be president in Liberia. Thank you very much. And your name is what? God God is my hero. God is my hero. You see, it's so shameful. I'm a Christian. I believe in God, and I sure you believe in God. But for a man who believes in God, you say God your hero. But Mr. Cummings will never be president. Your mouth is not a holy Bible. So I'm telling you now, you must try and change your name. God is your hero. God is everybody's hero. God protects every one of us. You know what I'm saying? God protects every one of us. So you are not in the authority to say Mr. Cummings will never belongs to God. So your God you serving might not be the real God I'm serving. So thank you very much. But anyway, you are free to stay, make a comment. Yeah. God is my hero. Are you God? Somebody asked Maya. Yeah, Maya asked, are you God? Okay. And God created man in his image and likeness. God is not a criminal. God is not a liar. If you tell me you're a criminal, God never created criminals. Never created stupidity. God never created anything that is wrong. But we as human beings, we are the problem. Yeah. Maybe you just love Liberia as it it is right now, or candidates like we are who don't tell you his agenda and goal, which is the true foreign guy. You are 100% right because we voted for Joshua for no reason. Nobody can tell you today why President Weah was voted for, but because we say President Weah got Liberia at heart. At heart, where? Tell them, Yasini, how are you? Liberia, George Weah get Liberia at heart. That's why he put a Liberian flag on him all the time and sew it on his clothes. So he's the only man who loves Liberia. He's the only one. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you very much. Yeah. Our God is alive one by one. I hope the next person will be Musa. We Isa. How can it be? Who Musa are you talking about? And let me get back to the Musa ability thing. We said, according to Dylan, he said Musa was Saul and now he turned to Paul. Do you want for Musa to go back to Saul and do the wrong things he was doing? Musa is now Paul. So that is why God using them to expose. Look, God knows when to expose people. I'm telling you, God knows the time, man. I'm sorry, but you are a complete fool. I thought you coming to say something good, but to bring comments you are. Only Prince Johnson, what more about your auntie Ellen? Ellen Johnson, Sekou Kone. Who is Sekou Kone again? Okay, anyway. The name goes on. When you people come to look for power, you can put other people name down, but use it as weapon to use the Liberian people. You are failure like your pa Alexander Cummings. Nonsense. Okay, let me look. Let me just check your name of my and I bet you. Let me look at your name. Good, good, good. Oh, that's a nice one. I enjoy your post, my brother. Bongo Pekin. Bong Pekin. He from Bon County. The damn stupid. That one of the stupid men from Bon County there. That the one who's spoiling the other people's name. Because me, I marry better people. They're nice. Oh, they are nice people. Uh, let me look at your stuff good. So you can. Let me see where you live in first. That's you, yeah. You can see yourself. And that's you. Hmm. Born Peking to show. Let me show you some of these things. He said he studied majoring in civil engineering at University of Liberia. Went to Apostolic Foundation High School. Live in Monrovia. Okay, Born Peking. I will consider you because you live in Liberia. I will teach you a little lesson. And maybe you're one of those who graduate from University of Liberia with nothing. With nothing, 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 nothing. That is why you see, degree is not education. The paper only shows that you are prepared to go out there. But just by your post, and let them read it good because they will be showing it. Just by your post, you insult me, the other fool, and this and that. You change your whole thing. And this man is from the University of Liberia. But let me read your post. I am sorry, but you are a complete fool. I thought you come and say Now he whole sentence now. I thought you he talking to Liberian now. I thought you come and say something good, but to bring commies, you are. You see, commies, he put a dog sign. He said, Mr. Commies is a dog. He's a pellable from Bon County. You are. He said, Une Prince Johnson, what more about your auntie Ellen? They talking like Bremen now. You can put other people down. My boy, you said you graduated from University of Liberia. You got your degree in University of Liberia, civil engineer. Civil engineer. You see, that's a good thing, my kid. You know, it's a good thing. Yeah. Okay. You can tell exactly. Look at you, my brother. Look at you. Look at you. It's shameful. But anyway, your post just remain a post here for some time. These are the things we're talking about. You see the problem we'll go through. So, like, bro, we got a problem. When I tell you that the so-called educated Liberians are the problem in Liberia, you ain't believing. This man just say, Mr. Cummings, a dog. You are. So he said, I'm a dog. So I appreciate it. I'm a dog. No problem because you used to it. Okay. Born picking, you don't have a name. You you are one of the stray dogs who walk in the time and don't know. He can never be president because he's he's impatient. Okay. I don't know what David City is saying that. When you say patient, you see, these are they say that because they're sending a message to us now. You live in America when you go to Liberia because you see another politician that don't run for nothing. Wait for that man time to be over, then you can come here and run. Okay, City, that's a very good one, David City. So I don't know who's patient, who's not patient. But Mr. Barker patient because you're there for 12 years, so he patient. Okay, tell them they come here and act like we are friends. Yeah, they're right. But we will see there little by little. We see you. We'll see you. Let me go back to you, City again, and take it to the bank. Please respect my opinion. But City, you on another man platform and you making a statement, but anyway, you insult. So they respect your view, but that doesn't mean that they can't make a comment on you too now. So when a person make your view, then they gotta you give your view, the people gotta give their view too. That's it. Are you forced to be here? That's the problem. They're asking you. That's the General Smith. I'm here because it's about my country, period. Yes, David, it's not bad, but it's just that sometimes you guys can make things too hard. And Mike Davis, how are you, my brother? Yeah, watching from where I hope you're feeling good, man. And David said, yeah. So you heard me, I want to say something, yeah. Yeah, Embry, making sure you are 100% right. ABC has to change the politics of the American, yes, dynamics in Liberia. Yep. Thank you, Embry. We all inside together. Thank you. uh, David said, he said, Yasini, is this how we will run Liberia under your regime? I guess opposition will always be in jail. My man said, you know, I can enjoy Liberians. Quick way he is that how, City, you not supporter of George President Mr. Cummings, but guess what? That's not how we would do it. Maybe she's trying to put it on a track. If Mr. Cummings is president, he'll be president for Liberia. Mr. Cummings will not be president for ANC. Mr. Cummings will not be president for one group of people. He will be president of the Republic of Liberia. So I guarantee you that. Yeah, I guarantee you, my brother. Well, sit here and hurt your own feelings because this network is not in the business of causing Mr. Cummings like you want to. I'm telling you, that's just true. uh, so, City, give him a Christmas gift before you leave from here. Don't just go. You know? Oh, Mr. God, Mr. God, David City, thank you for your prophecy. uh, JB feel that government job is all his life about no achievement, only squandering. Ooh, yeah, look, yeah. The people are the shareholders. Perfect. The people. We are the people. That is why we supporting Mr. Cummings, because Mr. Cummings' agenda is for the people. It's not for the ones who think that they're entitled to it. Yeah. It's not for the ones who think that they're entitled to it. Yeah. Okay, if anybody want to contribute, and okay, this is what, listen, this is my cash app. Send my Christmas gift. Don't do that now. It can be $10, $20, and whatsoever. Send it. Send it, send it, send it, send it, send it. You know, it remind me about church when you say time to pay dues, then everybody say, okay, let me go back to my comments. I'm almost done. Guys, I'm almost finished with this thing here. And yes, Edwin Barkley, I know you're watching from all the way home, all the way Liberia. Yeah. Y'all give your comment, people give their comment in your vessel. Thank you. Strong. We are strong. We are strong people. I would like to believe you, but show me some hard evidence that he's around bribing people. Give me at least 5 instances where he bribed people along with the evidence, and maybe I too can join the support. Moses Sandy. Yes, people do so. People like your comments do that. Just shut the hell up. George Weah is the best. Moses Sandy, you just came on my page to insult me. That's a good thing, Moses. That's a very good thing. You know what motivates me if I like to deal with people then like this who come on people pages and insult. These are the people I like to deal with. And the other guys and get the message already, but people like Moses Sandy who Moses Sandy, is this you with your fat self? Look at your face. Damn fat. You know, eat all the food in the house. Look at you. Damn greedy. Hey, boy. You gotta come to yourself, man. You can't be eating it out. You can't be eating it out. Look at you. And where you living, self? Damn it, city. Look at you. You enjoy you, but you're a fat little kid. You're a fat kid. That's not bad. Yeah. You born July 1980. Little boy. Little boy. He from Camden, Nimba County. He's from Nimba County. He's from Camden, Nimba, Liberia. Oh, that's a public thing I'm reading. It's public, so don't think it's personal. Ganta, Gompa City, Monrovia, Liberia. Visited on November 16. You from Looking Town, Monrovia? Shit. You not look at Looking Town, man. And you just visited Liberia August 18, 2021. That's not bad. I was there 2018. And you can tell his follower. He followed Mr. the biggest talk show host. He followed Browns Mills and what and whatsoever. And also, well, you follow me too. That's a good thing. But I will consider you my brother. Don't worry. You don't need to insult me, yeah? Just for the record. Don't do it. You make yourself look low. So just stay up for that. Let everybody see you with your insults. And I will talk about it. It's good. But just a fat little kid, you need to reduce. I must say I'm big, but you see me, at least I'm trying. I'm working on it. But you from your structure, your face, you damn fat. You eat too much food. Greedy. You're a greedy kid. Very greedy. So try and change your diet. But you're getting too fat, you can't move. Yeah. That greedy keeping you. David Sandy. I'm not a politician. Who say you're a politician? But more structure and satisfied with what I have. My man, Sandy, man, you're going too personal now with yourself. Samuel Shepard. Wea is very petty and vindictive. Petty and vindictive, sir. He takes everything personal. Yes, you are right. He don't joke. He don't joke with nothing that come his way. Then you have sense, then you have seen nothing if you are saying such. Yep, that's true. Let agree Mr. Cummings is taking children to Ghana to play. How many kids Mr. Cummings has and now? How old are they? When was the last time you saw them? What are their names and ages? These people they don't know. They don't know nothing about anybody. And, they don't know. It's just shameful. It's sad. It's sad. You see, I go into the comments and I see that I go into the comment and the two negative ones, you guys will not even convince one person self. You know, for the past 4 years, we are old JB has not even visited his own hometown. You know, his hometown looking said, I want to lie. So I know y'all get Mr. Go anything here too. Oh boy. The thing Mr. Cummings like Mr. We are who get children all over the place. They think so. Okay, guys. So this is the thing here. I want us to be serious and let us put Liberia first. Don't worry about whether you know this individual or you don't know them. Don't worry about it. Just do what is right. That's all. Talk to your people, convince them. Moses said that you could do the same thing instead of coming up to insult. You could call Liberia, keep up the momentum on your people because the people who you're talking about, they left you already and you can't convince them to come back. So attacking me will not solve the problem. Attacking individual will not solve the problem. I will not attack you. I will not attack President Weah. But you have the right to speak. You have the right to say you don't want Mr. Cummings. It is your right. But you don't need to insult me. You don't need to. Listen, I reached to the place where I can take your name now and give it to anybody for them to cost the hell out of you. Because I got friends that can do it. I just need to give your name and they will deal with you good on Facebook until you yourself might end up closing your page. So we know all these games, man. Trust me. I don't want to go that route with you, but use your insults. Change your insults into good words that Liberia will understand. That they will say, oh, yes, we are together. Yeah. But you sitting there, you making yourself look stupid. You don't even know your constitution. You don't know history. You don't know civics, nothing. You don't know the role that you're supposed to play. Or you think that you're there to serve your leader instead of your leader serving you. I'm not there to serve Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings is there to serve me when I'm making president. Mr. Cummings' responsibility is to make sure that Liberia is okay and Liberians benefit from the taxpayer money and the resources and whatsoever. That is why we supporting Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings is not the only man who will just speak, and nobody telling you nothing. He listens to people. He take notes. Not for people to go and just say, just be talking nonsense and to advise people. That's not what we do. So you see, that is why people supporting Mr. Cummings. That is why we are in the CPP. Yeah. So please get it right. Guys, I want to say thank you for watching. I just tried my software today and nobody will come on easily, but and that is not bad. But also you can follow me on YouTube. When you want to watch this program again, you can go on YouTube and just type in all caps TGN TV. You will see that little red face, that disappointed African. You can see him there, that anyway you want to call him, and you can go and click on it, and you will see Mr. Cummings, all his programs, and you will see all my shows, and you can be able to watch it. I do this because I love my country, Liberia, and I love you guys because you guys show the support to me. And I want to say thanks to everybody. You know what I noticed? Most people don't really post, but they inbox me directly. And that is what motivates me every day. Yeah. They inbox me directly and tell me, say, Munir, thank you. Thank you for everything. They don't even know me, but thanks for everything that they're doing. Let me call and see if what time is it? If I will get the Deputy Secretary General of ANC. Let me see if I will. Joseph Zell Talbot. Hey, brother, please add me on. Need to share the good work you are doing. You see it? Somebody there inbox me again. My friend Joseph Talbot. Yep. I will put you on, my brother. Don't worry. I will give you, I'll come and delete somebody and put you on it now. Good. We are friends. Oh, Talbot. Yes, that's my man. Good. Yes, Talbot. You got it. Joseph Talbot is from North Carolina. A very strong guy. Yeah, Lawrence, sometimes you gotta just switch the part I can read the comments when I finish. So, sometimes I just play with them too to make them understand, but I'm not really going hard on them. Thanks, Lawrence. Thanks very much. Thank you. So, guys, we must do everything we must do to get it right. Yeah, we got to do it to get it right. We got to do it to get it right. So, let me. Oh, in fact, he already, yes, yeah. Let me try if I will get him. If you pick up the phone, then we can have a little 15 minutes conversation. The Deputy Secretary General of ANC in Liberia. I know he's sleeping now. Most of the time when I'm talking to him is after 12 o'clock here. Okay, so now he's sleeping. uh, yeah, baby Bachu, how are you, man? Okay, guys, thank you again. Thank you again. Thank you again. I will leave you with this. Let's listen to Mr. Cummings. 5 watts and how. 5 watts and how. The agenda of Mr. Cummings when he spoke about the infrastructure. Infrastructure create jobs and it covers a lot of things: road, bridges, electricity, internet, good drinking water, and secure. Everything is in infrastructure. And he talked about agriculture. He talked about education, healthcare, and he talked about inclusiveness, government inclusion. That means you are entitled to everything in Liberia. We must come together. So listen, buckle yourself, don't go, share it, and let us listen to this. Please listen. This is the next president. He will be the next president until he's not. Until the people of Liberia can say, no, I will believe in them and will trust the people of Liberia. But I want you to listen to the next man, the only candidate who from 2017 continued to tell us this is the path. This is what I have, and we can work on it. And it was done collectively. So I want you to listen to Mr. Cummings. And happy belated birthday again, sir. Thank you.
Kolioko, kokolioko, kokolioko, chicken they grow for day.
Oldest republic in Africa. And yet, we're one of the least developed countries on the continent, and indeed one of the least developed countries in the world. And I say to you, my fellow Liberians, we deserve a better Liberia. We need to ask ourselves some fundamental questions. Why are we where we are? Most Liberian homes don't have electricity. Most Liberian homes don't have running water. Most Liberians are unemployed. These are things we can change. These are things we should demand of ourselves and of our leaders. We, as Liberians, cannot keep doing the same things and expect different results. We cannot keep electing and selecting the same kinds of leaders with the same kinds of experiences and expect Liberia to change. We have to do many things differently, and that starts with selecting and electing new leaders who know how to create jobs, who know how to grow the economy, who will prioritize the Liberian people first before they prioritize themselves. And this is what I offer you, the Liberian people. The other universal truth that I want to share with you, my fellow Liberians, is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And again, I ask you to look at my record of job creation, of success, of managing large budgets without one penny going missing. All of these things you can look at and compare to the other candidates. And again, you will see that my past performance and past behavior is a good predictor, a good indicator that what I commit to, we will deliver. There are 5 priorities we have, and we call that the what's. And then there are 5 things we call the how we'll do it. And those priorities are as follows. Our first priority is infrastructure. Simply put, it's electricity, it's roads, it's water, and it's internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. We have to invest in infrastructure. That is the top priority. That's the basis on which we can and will do everything else. The second priority for us is job creation. There are too many unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable Liberians. The unemployment rate is over 85%. And therefore, job creation is our next priority, creating jobs for the Liberian people. Our next priority is agriculture. We are a country that do not fear ourselves. These are things we can do for ourselves. We should be producing rice to feed ourselves. And my commitment is that by the end of my first term in office, we will be self-sufficient in rice production. And within education, we are focused on vocational training, teachers training, and adult education. But we have to educate our young people because again, that's how we can help them create jobs. That's how we can train farmers. And so these things are all linked together. And our final priority in terms of the what is health. Because you can have good infrastructure, you can have a good job, you can feed yourself, you can have great education, but if you don't have your health, it doesn't matter. And so health is our fifth priority, and there we're focused on primary health care and preventive health care. So those are the what's we'll do for our people, for the Liberian people. How are we going to do these things? The first how is we want to engage Liberians differently in the transformation of our country. We call this hearts and minds. How do we get all Liberians to participate in the changes that are required? We're going to use arts and music and culture and reconciliation and religion. All of these things, we will be deliberate in using these things to engage us as a people in this transformation process. And so we're doing some work on how we can make those things happen. The next how is that we're going to find the money. We have to find the resources, the money, to do all of the what's I mentioned earlier. And the way we'll find the money is first, we'll go after waste in government. You know, we spend a lot of money on things that we don't need, or we pay too much for things that we do need. So for example, I believe the vehicles we buy for our government officials, we spend too much money on that. We should reduce the number of vehicles, and we should buy less expensive vehicles for our government officials. We need to reduce how much they make so we can pay teachers and civil servants and police officers and the military officers and healthcare workers, people who actually do the work. We need to pay them more money and reduce the gap between those at the top and those who actually do the work. The other way we'll find the money is going after these things called corruption. You know, corruption has been the bane of our country, is the primary reason why we are as underdeveloped as we are today. And we will aggressively go after corruption. The first thing we'll do is we will appoint a corruption czar, a minister in charge of corruption in the presidency that will coordinate all of the agencies that are meant to find corrupt officials. Secondly thing we'll do is we'll make sure we are giving the resources, the money, the right people, the right logistics to the anti-corruption agencies, the LACC, Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the General Accounting Office, the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission. We will make sure they got the right resources to go after corrupt officials. After that, when we find people who are corrupt, we will prosecute them, we will put them in jail, and we'll seize their assets. It will not be good enough for you just to resign. Okay. So those are the things we will do to really go after corruption. I have committed that I will not take a salary. The salary that is paid the president, I will allocate it towards helping to fight corruption. That's how important I think it is to us. And then the other way we'll find the money is we'll make sure we're getting full value, the full monies we're due from our natural resources. We'll look to exploit other natural resources so we can get the funds required to fund healthcare, to fund infrastructure, to create jobs, etc., etc. So finding the money is the second how. The next how is we want to create a government of inclusion. We want all sections of our country to be represented in the government. We want opposition political parties to be in government. Because we believe that having a government inclusion will help all of us make the right decisions. It will make sure that we're spreading the resources of our country across the entire country. And then the last two hows, one is growing the private sector. We will focus on growing the private sector so Liberians can primarily benefit from that growth. No longer should Liberian business people be spectators to our economy. And we want to actively support Liberianization and encourage and provide credit and other facilities to Liberian businesses so they can participate. And last but not least, we will use technology. We'll leverage technology to help us achieve our goals. So those are the what's and the how's. But let me end by leaving you again with these two universal truths. One, is we cannot keep doing the same things, my people, and expect different results. We cannot keep electing the same people with the same experiences and expect Liberia to change. We need to elect and select different people to lead us, to serve us, to help us manage and run our country. And the other universal truth is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And on those two counts, I believe I stand head and shoulders above the other candidates expiring. Together, we will change Liberia for the benefit of all Liberians. We will transform our country. We will give us a new start, a fresh start, so that all of us can benefit from this country we love. I thank you. God bless you. God bless the Republic of Liberia.
Kokolioko, chicken necro for day.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for listening. That is the 5 watts and how of Mr. Cummings. That is what that's his plans, and more to come, and more. He more every day as time goes by, he continued to do whatsoever. I want to say thanks for watching and share the video. And to what his name, and this guy asked a question there. And let me see. Yeah, Job Tom Shell. And Mr. Cummings don't have a VP. It's not that he don't have a VP, but if he remains within the CPP, his VP is supposed to come from one of the other 3 political parties. But I will tell you guys, if Mr. Cummings was on his own by this time, you're going to see a shadow government. But it makes no sense for he to say this person is my VP or whatsoever. But the convention got to be over first. That is why we're doing everything possible to make sure that the convention holds and we go through everything. But guys, call your people back home and talk to them. Let us support Mr. Cummings. You don't need to be an ANC member. You're a Liberian and you love your country. So just make that call and talk to your people back home. Listen to it for yourself. This thing here, this is a consistent message that they may have been sending from 2017. All the other politicians, they have nothing to tell you right now. Some of them still going around and talking things that nobody want to hear. You understand? So ask yourself the question: if they have this vision, why they have not tried ever since? The vision is still what keep sitting in their pockets. Okay, guys, have a good day. I love you all, and don't forget, man. I say you must send me your cash app. But anyway, if you do it, I know people will do it. If you do it, fine. If you don't do it, fine. But I still will send to my friends and other people who I want to send to. And this is what I do every Christmas coming. I try to send something to people, but I'm asking you as a friend to my Christmas is on you. So you can do anything, $5, $10, whatsoever. Anything you can send it. I'm not joking about it. I'm serious. It's not I'm trying to beg. It's not for myself. It's not for me. And I just love to get it from other. I just want for other people to compete, to contribute, and so I can help other people. That's it. It's not for me, for myself. No, I'm working. I can feed myself. I can support myself, and my wife work. But I just want to add more onto what I would do. That's all. So, guys, I wish you a Merry Christmas. Tomorrow is not promising to no one, and this is not a time to hit. This is not a time to curse each other. And if I said something wrong to you and you are not happy about it, I'm very sorry. It will take nothing off my skin if I say I'm sorry. But sometimes I just speak the way I speak and it ain't mean anything. But I love to tell people the truth. So It is your right to speak, but sometimes we should respect each other, not to just make a post as if we are enemies. No, it is my page. It's public. You have the right to listen to it, but you don't have the right to come on a curse. You know what I'm saying? I went to we had a case today with the Liberian Association, and the judge said something. He said, most people make mistakes. They think that because they say public, that you can go on Facebook and say what you want to say. You cannot just go on Facebook and insult someone. You can show someone, you can do a video, it's in a public, but when you come out and insulting, it's evidence. So sometimes we be very careful what we say on Facebook. But anyway, you have a good day, and thanks again for your time. I enjoy it. I just tried this software for today, and everybody been using it. And I don't know how many software I got now, but I like this one. It don't waste no time. It take you directly to your platform without delay, and I like it. So, guys, I'm still working on it, but I did my background. You know what I say? You see the background there? I stand with Cummins. Yeah, yeah, I did it myself. So, guys, I'm leaving you for now, just for now. So don't forget, go to bed. It's after 12 o'clock. Let me see. Oh, I did good. I did good. Let me see. 2 hours, 22 minutes. Yep. Okay, let me get off here.